everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Louisa. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're staying safe, taking care of yourself, taking care of your loved ones, your neighbors. I know this virus epidemic is a little scary, but we have to stay calm and follow the guidelines. I know we're going to get through it. We just have to remain relaxed. One of the ways I like to relax is by doing jewelry, and I know that's what you like as well, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And I know you came here to see some finished pieces. I actually have one of them on. It's a choker necklace, as you can see. So anyway, I would like to show you all of the pieces that I created for the Bargain Bead Box month of March. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You're looking at necklace number 1. As you can see, it's a charm pendant necklace. And the pendant is made by using short bits of chain with charms attached to them, and the charms are a combination of small and large beads, some of the beads from this month's box, some of the beads from my own collection. I also used one of the textured rose coin beads that we received. We got 4 of them, and unfortunately one of them was not drilled all the way. And so I tried drilling into it, but all of my attempts failed, and I ended up injuring my hand. So I kind of gave up, and I decided I would incorporate it into this pendant. I wasn't too worried about not having a matching set at this point, because I figured I'd use 1 for the pendant and then 2 for the necklace itself. So that's what I did. As you can see, along the bottom of the necklace, I used large crystal rondelle beads for sparkle, and then the gorgeous 8mm matte beads that we received in the box, as well as some of the rhinestone rondelle spaces, and of course the 2 textured rose coin beads. And then I finished the necklace at the top with some 4mm check beads that I had in my collection, and a lobster clasp. As you can see, I also made a cute pair of earrings to match. Nothing too fancy, but I did want to pick up the swirl pattern from the rose coin beads, so I went into my stash again and I found some coin beads that had a swirl pattern on them. It wasn't exactly the same, but I went with it. And then you know, I may still go out and search for the same rose coin beads. I'm not sure if Beadbox Bargain is going to sell them at any point, but I may still look for them to see if I can find some matching beads to redo these earrings. But anyway, so this is necklace number 1. And here's necklace number 2. I wanted to use the adorable Farron Vine connectors that we received. We received a total of 3 of them, and I wanted to use some of them in necklaces. And when I saw the 7 loops, I just could not resist. I had to make some beaded strands, so that's what I did. I used some 24 gauge wire and some very tiny beads. I think they were 4mm beads in a shimmery matte kind of a color. And I also had some cute glass flower beads that I had purchased from Jesse James Beads last year, and they were the perfect color, and they coordinated so well with this color scheme, so I decided to use them as well. And then I added the 6mm natural rhodochrosite gemstone beads that we received at the very bottom of each strand. I like the contrast between the semi-transparent glass and the opaque gemstones. I thought that looked really nice. And so I thought that, you know, the 7 strands attached to the connector would make a great pendant, so that's what I did. After I attached the 7 strands, I then realized that I needed something more, and perhaps another color. So I dug into my stash and I found a beautiful amethyst tree of life pendant that I hadn't used, that I had purchased at one of the gem shows last year. And so I simply attached the connector to the tree of life pendant using a couple of strong 6mm jump rings, and because it's on jump rings, the tassel pendant actually slides around really nicely along the bottom of that tree of life pendant. Then, as you can see, I used more of the rhodochrosite beads up the necklace, along with some amethyst nuggets and the rhinestone rondelles for sparkle. And then I finished the necklace at the top by using some more of the 4mm shimmery round beads and a lobster clasp. Of course, I also made a pair of earrings to match using the amethyst nugget beads and the same kind of tassels that I created for the pendant, just a little bit shorter, but I used the exact same beads, so it coordinates really, really nicely. And you're looking at necklace number 3. The pendant that Bargain Bead Box sent us was screaming to be placed into a multi-strand statement necklace. I know not everybody likes it, and not everyone's attracted to statement necklaces, but when I sat down and stared at it, which is what I normally do before I make a piece, that's exactly what popped into my head. I had to make a multi-strand necklace, and that's what I did. And as you can see, it's a beautiful 3-strand necklace with the larger beads at the bottom and then the smaller beads on the upper tier. The bottom tier holds the pendant and those yummy 10mm quartz faceted beads that we received. And I put some bead caps on there because I wanted to pick up the silver of the pendant. So that's what I did with that. And then I also dug into my stash and found some pearl nugget beads that I had purchased a while ago. So I decided to incorporate those into the lower strand. And the middle strand is a simple piece of chain. I didn't want to put too much there because I wanted just the right balance. So that's what I did with that strand. And then of course the upper strand has some pretty 6mm cherry quartz glass round beads, and the rondelle spacer beads for sparkle. And then I finished at the top with some of the small 4mm beads in a very pale blush pink color. And here are the earrings to match. I used the exact same kind of beads that I used in the necklace, the pearl nugget beads and the beautiful large faceted cherry quartz beads, and then some of the small 4mm beads dangling down. And here's necklace number 4. Are there any brides out there? Well, I guess you don't have to be a bride to wear this piece. If you like white and you like pearly beads and you like shiny beads and you like statement necklaces, this is the piece for you. It's just definitely formal and it's definitely romantic, and I guarantee you'll be noticed if you wear this necklace. So basically I sat down and I just let my brain take over. It's kind of weird because sometimes I feel like I'm in cruise control. I let the right side of my brain take over and things just happen. And so as you can see, this necklace is made by wrapping a whole bunch of beads on a wire frame. And if you haven't seen my tutorial on that, I'll place a link in the upper corner of the screen so you can go check it out. But that's what I did. I started with a frame, and then I simply wrapped the beads around the frame and just filled in the spaces. I used the shell flower beads, the metal blossom charms, the pretty pressed glass beads that I guess they were leaf beads in an AB color. And then I also used some very pale lilac 80 seed beads to fill in the spaces. I wanted to use that color because along the necklace strand at the top, those beads are very similar. So they have a little bit of pink and lilac in them. So that's what I decided to use. But for the most part, as you can see, the main color scheme in this necklace is an off-white color, off-white and silver. And here are the earrings to match. I used the shell flower beads and the pressed glass leaf beads, as well as the rhinestone spacers for sparkle. And yeah, I wanted to keep the earrings simple. I didn't want to do too much for the earrings, but this is my bridal set. I hope you like it. So after I made 4 necklaces, I thought I was done, but when I sat down and I looked at that 7-loop connector, it was calling to me again. So I had to sit down and I was compelled to make another necklace. So this is necklace number 5. I dug into my collection and found some very pretty blush colored beads that matched the color scheme of the whole collection. So I created this very sweet and delicate choker necklace with dangling chains. It almost looks Victorian, but this necklace is the one that I was wearing when I opened the video. and I absolutely love it. I don't think I'll be selling this one or giving it away because I just love this necklace. As you can see, I created a bead strand down the center of the connector, and then I hung different lengths of chain from the loops and then connected them to the strand, the beaded strand in the center. I'm not going to lie to you, this was a very fiddly necklace, and I almost went nuts trying to connect all the dainty bits. But I was very happy and relieved when the whole thing was over and it came together. And so, yeah, I got through it. It was very challenging, I can tell you that. And here are the matching earrings. I used the bar part of the toggle clasps that they gave us with this month's collection, and I used them. I decided to make some double loop jump rings to attach the chain to them, and then attach the jump rings to the toggle bar. So that's what I did. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can see what I did by looking at the image. So I made the jump rings, and then I slid them onto the toggle bar, and I made them small enough so they don't slide off. And again, it was extremely fiddly. I almost went crazy making these earrings, but thank goodness that I got through it, and this is the finished result. I hope you like it. And last but not least, I finished the collection with a couple of memory wire bracelets using the beads that came with the box. And so I pretty much used almost all of them, not quite all of them, but almost all of them. And after going through the fiasco with the Victorian style choker necklace, I needed something easy and brainless. So I sat down and I just put these together real quick, and I thought it would be a nice finishing touch to the collection. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stick around because I am going to show you a quick lineup of everything that I made on a necklace display, because you know, sometimes it looks different when you have it hanging on a necklace display than it does on a tray. So let me do that first, and then I'll come back and model one of the pieces for you. Well, it was very difficult to decide which one to model, but I chose this one because I think this one looks really good with my outfit, and I love statement necklaces, as you already know. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope I've given you some ideas. I hope I've inspired you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.